Maya walks into a store looking for nothing. 20 minutes later, she is holding a jacket she never planned to own. Original price, $200. Today, $99. Her mind does not ask whether the jacket is worth $99. It compares 99 to 200 and quietly concludes, this is not spending. This is winning. That thought feels personal. It feels spontaneous. It is neither. The marketplace has spent decades learning the shortcuts your mind uses when desire enters the room. Those shortcuts have names. Once you know their names, the marketplace looks different. The first 6 traps influence what you buy. The 7th influences the life you will eventually be able to afford. 7 traps. One ordinary afternoon, and a wallet that was never deciding alone. Trap 1. Anchoring. The first number enters before judgment does, and once it enters, every number after it is measured against the first. Kahneman and Tversky asked people to estimate a percentage after a rigged wheel landed on a low or high number. The wheel was obviously arbitrary, yet the estimates moved with it. A meaningless number had become a reference point. Now return to Maya's jacket. $200 is not information about value. It is an anchor placed beside 99 so that 99 can feel small. A house reduced from $800,000 to $650,000 is not saving you $150,000. It is asking you to spend $650,000. Think of the last thing you bought because it was on sale, not something you had already planned to buy, something the sale price made feel worth wanting. Would you have sought it out at full price? If the honest answer is no, you did not buy an object. You bought the distance between 2 numbers. The first number may not tell the truth. It simply arrives before the truth has had time to speak. But reference is only the first door. The second is guarded by something older and harder to reason with, fear. Trap 2. Loss aversion. At the register, Maya hesitates. The sales associate says the promotion ends tonight. Suddenly, walking away feels less like keeping $99 and more like losing $101. That is loss aversion. Kahneman and Tversky found that losses weigh approximately twice as heavily on the mind as equivalent gains, not slightly more heavily, twice. This is why free trials work. After 30 days, canceling no longer feels like declining. It feels like surrendering something that has already become yours. Last chance. Only 2 left. Your benefits expire tonight. These phrases do not increase the value of the product. They increase the emotional cost of walking away. The next time a timer creates urgency, remove the timer in your imagination. Would you still want the thing tomorrow? If not, you are not pursuing value. You are escaping a loss created by the way the choice was described. Fear is efficient. It closes decisions before analysis can arrive, and the moment Maya buys to escape it, something else begins. Trap 3. The Endowment Effect. Maya buys the jacket. At home, the fit is wrong. The color is less flattering than it seemed beneath the store lights. She should return it. She does not. The moment something becomes ours, we tend to value it more. Researchers gave some participants ordinary mugs, then opened a market between owners and non-owners. Sellers demanded more than buyers were willing to pay. The mug had not changed. Ownership had. This is why test drives are powerful, why furniture appears in your room before you buy it, why a free sample is sometimes less about taste than possession. The marketplace makes the object feel like yours before the decision is complete, because walking away from a product is easy. Giving up something that already feels like yours is not. Not one you plan to cancel, one you continue quietly, because stopping feels like giving something up. That feeling is not loyalty. That is attachment doing the accounting. Attachment keeps Maya from returning the jacket, but weeks from now, a different force will keep her from admitting why. Trap 4. The Sunk Cost Fallacy. Weeks pass. The jacket remains unworn, but Maya keeps it because returning it now would mean admitting the purchase was a mistake. The same mechanism keeps people in books they dislike, unused subscriptions, failing projects, and investments whose logic has disappeared. The mind wants the past to justify the future. The money already spent cannot be rescued with more time, attention, or money. "I have already come this far" is not a reason to continue. It describes distance traveled, not direction. The cleanest defense is brutally simple. If I were beginning from zero today, would I choose this again? If the answer is no, the past has no vote. Regret looks backward. The fifth trap works on what the mind sees when it looks directly at the present. It changes the picture without touching the facts. Trap 5. Framing. A fact can remain identical while becoming emotionally unrecognizable. A procedure described by survival rate feels different from the same procedure described by mortality rate. The information is unchanged. The frame has changed what the information means to you. The marketplace frames constantly. 75% lean sounds better than 25% fat. 83 cents a day sounds lighter than $300 a year. A minimum payment sounds flexible while the unpaid balance compounds. Maya sees an offer online that evening. A coat she has been watching. 40% off. She has spent more than she planned this month, but the listing reads, "Just 83 cents a day for a year." That sentence does something the annual total cannot. Your brain often processes the frame before it processes the fact. By the time calculation arrives, the story has told you how to feel. Whenever a number seems unusually comforting, convert it. Daily to annual. Monthly to total. Percentage to actual dollars. The number is rarely hiding. It is usually standing in plain sight, wearing a more flattering sentence. Trap 6. Mental accounting. Later that month, Maya receives a tax refund. She calls it extra money. It is not extra. It is her own money returning. Yet the mind sorts money into invisible jars. Salary pays bills. A bonus buys indulgence. A refund becomes permission. Gambling winnings become house money. But a dollar does not remember where it came from. It can pay debt, build security, create freedom, or disappear. Mental accounting is useful when it helps us budget. It becomes a trap when the label changes what we permit ourselves to waste. Think of the last unexpected sum that came to you. A refund, a gift, a small windfall. Did you protect it the way you protect a month of earned work? Or did the label on the jar decide its fate before you did? A dollar is a dollar. It's only the story around it changes. Trap 7. Hyperbolic discounting. The first 6 traps shape Maya's purchase. The 7th shapes her future. Would you rather receive $50 today or $100 in a year? Many people choose $50 today. Now choose between $50 in 5 years and $100 in 6. Suddenly, waiting for $100 feels reasonable. The difference is still 1 year and $50. What changed was the presence of now. Immediate rewards are vivid. Future consequences are quiet. That imbalance sits beneath debt, neglected retirement accounts, impulsive upgrades, and buy now, pay later plans. The product arrives today. The payment belongs to a future you who is easy to ignore because she is not at the register. But later always arrives, and when it does, the person paying is still you. The defense is not heroic discipline. The tools are simple. Automate the future before spending reaches the present. If desire cannot survive time, you may not be buying something you value. You may be buying relief from wanting. That evening, Maya sees the jacket in her wardrobe. Reference: fear, attachment, regret, interpretation, permission, impatience. 7 words, 1 jacket, 1 decision shaped across many invisible moments. The marketplace need not be evil to understand you. It only needs to be observant. It found your mental shortcuts and built roads through them. But awareness introduces a pause. Inside that pause, choice becomes possible again. These traps are not character flaws. They are cognitive architecture. Architecture can be understood, and what is understood can be navigated. The next time you feel urgency, attachment, justification, or the pull of now, do not immediately fight it. Name it. Ask which trap has entered the room. Watch an invisible force shrink once it can be seen. Which trap has cost you most, not once, but across a lifetime? Name it, And in the next essay, we will examine why the things we buy for status so often fail to make us feel more valuable.